All right, I'm gonna one take this because y'all know how I am if you follow me on my social media or if you know me in person. What you see is what you get. So I'm just one take and speak to my people what's going on in my mind. So if you follow me, like you know, I've been missing from my social media for about a week or so. And it's not nothing that's wrong with me. It's just mentally I had to focus on things that are important, that I view of value. And one of those things has never been like to be famous, to be social media famous, or to do stuff for notoriety. So I never wanted to do a YouTube channel ever. I mean, family, like Robert, you need to do a YouTube. Like kids, my athletes, Robert, coach, you need to do a YouTube. Football player, you should just post some of your videos, like your drills, like, or you working out. Then we can watch it, and you don't have to always explain yourself to us. Like we can go back and rewatch it. I'm like, but that's nothing that I was ever passionate about, because to be honest, I'm a teacher in Mississippi. Like we don't make a lot of money. That's not why I'm in my profession, because I probably can do a lot more things that are going to give me more money. But money is not always my driving factor for something. But my family, my relationship with my kids and my peers, that matters to me. Like I have a lot of people that do YouTube for a living, and I've actually stayed in the house with them like multiple times. And I've never once like asked them to, hey, shout me out or let me do this for it and let me get on. Like I've never been that type of person. But life has a funny way of changing your perspective. So I'm a teacher in Mississippi, and we have something called Mardi Gras break. It's like they do like parades and things like that down here in South Mississippi, in Mobile and New Orleans, of course. So we're on our Mardi Gras break, we're out of school. So me and my family had this idea, and we'll go visit my twin sister, because it's been a couple months that my family have seen her, a year or so for myself. So I was like, okay, I got a break. We're gonna go see my sister. So me and my siblings and my mom, we start planning this trip. And we put in for the days, and of course, start getting the Airbnb and travel arrangements. So last week, my mom comes to me and she's like, Robert, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go on the trip. And I was like, why? And she was like, my job said that is the weekend of Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day. They're not gonna let me off work. And you know, myself, I'm financially free because I don't live outside of my means. So in my mind, I'm like, Mom, like, what they gonna do? They gonna fire you? She's like, well, they might not fire me if they'll write me up. That could lead to me being fired. And we're talking about a job that makes less than $4 an hour plus tips. She's a hostess at a restaurant. So she's not making a lot of money. So in my mind, I'm like, Mom, okay, let me calculate. I actually sat down and said, well, you make this a week, this, plus this. I said, all right, if they fire you, $600 to $800 a month, in my mind, you're in your 60s. Like, that's not worth you not traveling to live the rest of your life because you're scared to lose a job that's paying you less than $1,000 a month, like less than $800 a month. So I'm like, Ma, I got you. Like in my mind, like I don't live outside, I'm straight. Like I'm not balling, but I'm good. And then she was like, no, I can't do it. And that really, like one morning I got up, and like people think I work out as much as I do just to look a certain type of way, but mentally that's how I relieve myself, my stresses, what goes on. I just think about things. So like that fuels my workout. And I had this real feeling inside of me, like it's like an epiphany, like an awakening. I said, my mom doesn't trust me enough or doesn't feel secure enough with my financial freedom to put herself in a situation where she can live the rest of her life freely. That's my fault as a son. Because for her whole life, she's worked and sacrificed. Like since I was a toddler, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, me and my twin. I'm like, I'm being selfish. It's like, that's never gonna happen again. If I can do anything in my powers, I'm gonna stop that from happening again. The next time she wants to take a trip, we're not gonna have to worry about getting fired from no $3.50 job. So then I started to think, I was like, well, I'm not passionate about anything but fitness and football and my relationship and the rapport I have with my family and my kids and the ability and the way I am able to inspire and impact them to change. I said, Robert, you're being selfish, because even though you don't care about social media fame, you don't care about having a YouTube channel. Like, there's a lot of people that look to you for those things. They look to you for inspiration, for guidance. And I said, you have a platform, you have a gift, and you're not using it. You're not using it to your fullest potential. So this is probably going to be my first upload to YouTube. And it has nothing to do with me wanting to be YouTube famous. It has nothing with social media or following. It's the ability to give people security, to give people understanding, to let them know that, hey, take a risk, do something you don't feel comfortable doing. And that will be able to inspire other people. It's to let my mom know, like, if this ever happens again, like, your son got you. Like, you ain't got to ever worry about doing that. I posted that on my Instagram, and it just made me, like, aware, like, every decision that you want to make can't always be about you. So everybody that's been in my family, Robert, you need to start a YouTube. All of my sisters, like, you sitting on a gift, like, you don't understand. And there's another situation that happened, and people don't think I'm paying attention, but I'm very, very self-aware of my surroundings and mannerisms and body language. And like, so I'm sitting at a table with my nephew, and my sister is sitting there, and my cousin walks in, and my nephew's there, and we all grew up together. And when I say we had it rough growing up, so my cousin comes in, and he's not in education. He's doing stuff that I'm not doing, that I used to do. There's no judgment at all. I love my family to death. But he said something to me. He's like, boy, look at you. He is like, man, I sure wish I had somebody like you growing up to sit down and teach me the right way to do things. And this is my older cousin. And I'm sitting there, my nephew's in the other room, and I'm tutoring his son. And I'm not even tutoring him you have to do it this way, this way, this way. Hey, let me give you a step. Let me give you a system of how I learn things. I ain't learning in a traditional manner. And I'm looking at my sister. She don't think I actually was paying attention. But the look in her eyes that she's seen her brother teaching her nephew on how to do things with his brain, not just his athletic ability, that just made me feel a certain type of way, like on the inside. So that next morning I woke up and I said, I got it. Like, my family, like, I got a platform. Like, I have a gift, and I'm not using it because I'm being selfish, because I don't want to do something. So this channel is not for me. It's for my family. It's for my friends. It's for my athletes. It's for you. It's for anybody that wants a real perspective on life, education, poverty, athletics. Like, I've been through it all. I'm not exaggerating. So from here on out, this channel is for you all.